Hello my friends, Amy Esther here with my week 16 pregnancy update. Hey guys, I'm so excited that we are on week 16. It is going by so fast. This pregnancy is flying by. My last pregnancy was like 9 years instead of 9 months, and this one is like 9 weeks. It's going by so fast. I swear I just met with my doctor and I got to see my baby again this week. I went to see my doctor again, and that was really fun. So we have a lot to talk about today. First of all, if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Amy Esther. I have several chronic illnesses. Clearly I'm also pregnant, and I share about my life with chronic illness as a mama here on YouTube. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Follow me on Instagram if you want up-to-dates more in real time. YouTube sometimes, well, it is a few weeks behind on my life. So if you want updates in real time, definitely follow me on Instagram as well. So you guys, this was a huge week. And this video might be super long. We have so much to talk about, so much happened. Huge things happened with my baby, with my family, with the world, you guys. It's been psycho. Like seriously the craziest week I've ever had in my life. And yeah, it's been crazy. So I'm gonna start this video. First part, we're just gonna talk about pregnancy. So if you're here, especially if you're watching this in the future, you're like not really caring about the world events that are happening right now, because it's the future. But the pregnancy we're gonna talk about first. So if you're just here for pregnancy update, that's coming first, and then just like life, general, everything that happened this week will come second part of this video. So let's start with weight gain. I'm 133 pounds, which is exactly the same as last week. So super crazy. I started this pregnancy at 121, so we've gained 12 pounds. And I did start to gain weight really fast the past few weeks, and then I don't know what happened this week. I just slowed down. Part of me thinks because it was a really stressful week with everything that happened, maybe I just didn't have as big of an appetite. I feel like I really didn't. I didn't eat as much as I normally do. And I've had a lot of stomach aches this week, so I feel like all those kind of things combined has just maybe made it so I didn't gain quite as much weight this week. So hopefully we can still gain a healthy amount of weight for this baby. Typically this time, I think you still want to gain about 1 pound a week. Hopefully we can gain some good weight for this baby. Okay, some other things that have been going on with the baby is, well, with me from the baby, is heartburn. Lots of heartburn, especially at night. When I lay down, it's been really bad. And then I've had just a lot of stomach issues. So I have a small intestine bacterial overgrowth, and so I always have a stomach ache, literally 24/7. Oh, man. Yep, still having heartburn right now. Anyway, I always have a stomach ache, and it's just gotten a lot worse, and probably because I'm not eating on any particular diet right now, just because of a lot of things. The world events going on, and then just being pregnant, and I talked to my doctor, and we just feel like it's not really necessary for me to eat on a super strict diet right now. So I've just been kind of eating whatever, but I have been eating pretty healthy, trying to eat vegetables and all that good stuff. Taking my prenatals, of course, all of those things, but I have a stomach ache all the time. My gallbladder, every time I get pregnant, it acts up. I don't know why. It gets better when I give birth, and I have little gallbladder issues here and there when I'm not pregnant, but when I'm pregnant, it is just on fire. So that has been a really bad week for my gallbladder. I've also dealt with all the digestion issues, constipation, diarrhea, TMI, but it's all happening this week. I don't know, it's been a weird week for my digestive system. So we've been dealing with that, and I've actually had a little nausea again. However, I kind of think it's more towards my small intestine bacterial overgrowth rather than the pregnancy, because I do get lots of nausea with that as well. Another symptom you may be able to tell is I am like out of breath all the time, and you've seen that throughout this pregnancy that I am just short of breath, and I am having to probably cut out so many points in this video of me just like stopping and breathing because I just cannot breathe. Another thing is that I am super thirsty all the time. Got my water bottle right here, and I'm just crazy thirsty all day long, all night long, peeing all night long. I feel like I'm in the bathroom 24/7 because I drink so much water, but you know what? Baby boy needs some water, so we are drinking lots and lots and lots of water. My fatigue has definitely gotten better. I feel like I have a lot more energy at this point in my pregnancy, which is super nice. However, can't really go to the gym right now because of the world events going on, so that's kind of been a bummer. I'm trying to find a way to exercise at home, which is not my favorite thing to do. So if you have any good exercise programs, at-home exercise programs, leave them in the comments because I need something to get my body moving. So as I mentioned, I have several chronic illnesses, including POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and that has gotten so much better with this pregnancy until this week. And I kind of think part of it is pregnancy symptom, part of it my POTS symptoms. So POTS causes my blood not to circulate well. So when I stand up, I get really dizzy. I faint, like people with POTS faint a lot. I don't faint very often when I'm controlling my POTS, but it does happen. And then lots of symptoms from just blood not circulating well. So when I'm pregnant, my symptoms usually get better because baby gives me more blood in my system. It gets blood up to the top half of my body, and so I usually feel a lot better. But for some reason this week, I have gotten so dizzy. So I wear compression socks every single day for my POTS, and it does help just generally with pregnancy. Like, I feel like if I didn't wear compression socks, even if I wasn't dealing with POTS, when I'm pregnant, it just makes things so much better. Anyway, so when I'm in the shower the other day, I got so dizzy that I blacked out a little bit. I almost passed out. It was super scary, especially being pregnant and in a shower. Like, that's the scariest place to fall over. And there's definitely like no one there to catch me, and it's slippery, and anyways, really scary. So I've been really careful about standing up really slow because I've just been so dizzy and getting really lightheaded. So I've been trying to eat really regularly, keep up on that water, and stand up really slow and just like watch myself, and if I need to sit down as soon as possible. So that's been something that's been kind of scary this week. Now, most exciting things that happened this week is, well, we already talked about this, but we got to meet baby boy again, see baby boy. My doctor said 100% chance that is a boy. So we had a blood test at when was it, 10 weeks, that said it was a boy. And I have heard of people getting a false result on that. Usually if it's a girl, that it's false and it's actually a boy. So I was pretty hopeful that it was right. And my doctor said he'd never heard of anyone in his clinic that had gotten a false result from their blood test, but we are confirmed 100% that is a baby boy. Like, look at that, you guys. Is that not the best ultrasound picture you've ever seen in your life? That is a human being. Like, how in the world can anyone, let's just talk about it. How can anyone do abortion? Because that's a human being at 16 weeks. Makes no sense to me. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that because I will go off on people. But this is the cutest little boy I've ever seen. I'm so excited. That was just the best ultrasound. Even I could tell it was a boy. It was such a great appointment. And it was super fast. My appointments have been super quick recently because, I don't know, everything's going really well. I don't really have a lot of questions because it's my second pregnancy. I know what's going on. I know it's normal. I know it's not normal. So I feel like my appointments go super fast, but he's doing really good. Heartbeat's normal, all of that normal. And my next appointment is 20 weeks, which is insane. I cannot believe that my next appointment will be at 20 weeks along. Halfway through my pregnancy, it's going so fast. So that was a huge highlight, but I'd say even bigger highlight this week was definitely feeling baby kicks. I felt his kicks for the first time ever, and it was so fun. It was the best ever. I remember the kicks from my daughter, but just like feeling them again in real life is just so amazing. When I think I was 15 weeks and like 5 or 6 days pregnant, I thought I felt kicks one night, and I was gonna mention in my video, but I was like, you know what, it might just be gas, but I wasn't for sure. And then every night after that, same time, right when I go to bed, well, I shouldn't say right when I go to bed, about a half hour after I lay down, because it always takes me forever to fall asleep. Around 30 minutes after I lay down, I start to feel little kicks. And I definitely felt them a little over a week ago for the first time. And then every night, it's like they've gotten stronger. And 2 nights ago was the strongest I had felt with this pregnancy. And it was amazing. Like I could just feel him kicking. And I'm 100% sure now it's not gas. It is definitely baby kicks. So that was the huge highlight, is that I felt my baby kick for the first time. Now, if you're 16 weeks pregnant and you haven't felt any kicks, 2 things to consider. One, if it's not your first pregnancy, you may not really know what it feels like. I know it was kind of hard for me to tell with my daughter. I mean, it's still hard for me to tell, and I've felt them before. So that's one thing to think about. The other thing is where the placenta is. So my baby's placenta is on the back, posterior. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Posterior placenta. The placenta is in the back so that baby's in front and baby kicks this way, and you can feel it on your belly. My last pregnancy, and with many other pregnancies around the world, the placenta's in the front. So baby's back here, placenta's here. It's got another layer to go through so that you can feel it. So baby needs to get strong enough that you can feel it through the placenta. So if you have I believe it's called anterior, don't quote me, not a doctor, an anterior placenta, which is what I had with my daughter, it takes a lot longer to feel kicks. So I think I was more around like 22 weeks, maybe even, pregnant when I first felt kicks with my daughter. I was pretty far along because my placenta was in the front and it was my first pregnancy, so it's just hard to tell overall, but you will feel those kicks soon. I promise, I promise. If you have an or a posterior like me, hopefully you're feeling kicks. If you are, let me know in the comments when you started feeling kicks. I'm so curious. So I think that's everything about baby. Yes, that's everything about baby. So if you're just here to learn about baby, you are good to go. But if you want to hear about the rest of my week, we're going to keep talking real fast. Not a ton left because I'm going to make a whole video about this, about my thoughts. This week, you guys, COVID-19 has run wild in the world. So they have shut so many things down. My husband is actually working from home today. Which is why I don't have my super nice setup, which I know I haven't done for these pregnancy updates very often because pregnancy, and I guess I've been kind of lazy to set up like my nice video setup. But he's here working from home, and he and a lot of other people have been sent to work from home. Schools are shut down, so I'm out of a job right now. I tutor part-time. And so no need for me to tutor when no one's in school, no schools. A lot of public buildings like libraries are all shut down. People are going crazy about toilet paper. There's no toilet paper in any stores because of this COVID-19 virus, which I have a lot of thoughts on it, which I'm gonna make a whole nother video on. But it's been so crazy, and there's not a lot of information about pregnant women that I have found. So if you have any good information, good, solid, backed up by science and medical professional information, I would love to hear it because there's just not a lot of information. And so I am a little nervous for my baby. I'm not like going crazy, but I'm a little nervous for baby boy because who knows what this virus and pregnancy can do. But most of the time, most of what I've heard is that it affects people who are older and who have a compromised immune system, people who have cancer and those types of things that are really the ones who are in the most danger with this virus. But it spreads so fast that they are just trying to stop it. So we're kind of on this like quarantine almost. If you have the virus, you're definitely on quarantine for 2 weeks. Everyone else has just been asked to stay at their homes as much as possible. There's a ban on how many people can be in the same place at the same time. My church is not gathering right now. We're doing church at home, which I'm so blessed to be part of a religion that has already implemented an at-home church program. So definitely know that is inspired by our Heavenly Father because this has just come at just the perfect time. So we had a really amazing home church with my in-laws, and it was it was just really good, and we've been spending a lot of time as a family because we just can't go out, we can't do stuff. So that's been a little hard because I can't go to the gym, and I like to get out of the house and do things and take my daughter out and go to museums and stuff, but we can't really do that right now. So that's been really hard, and with the pregnancy, it just like makes me a little more sick if I can't move. So hopefully this dies over fast, but this week has been crazy. It's a little scary with food, especially when you have pregnancy cravings and you want random stuff all the time, and now you can't get it because everything's shutting down. But it has just been the craziest week here on planet Earth, and it's the whole world, which is so crazy. So I'm sure if you're watching this in real time, you know all the things that are going on. If you're watching this in the future, you remember all the things that went on. So anyways, it's been a crazy week at my 16th week of pregnancy, but you know what? We had a lot of highs this week, a lot of really wonderful, amazing things, and a lot of blessings. So hope you enjoyed this pregnancy update. I will see you on my next one.